Sexting prevention. Jessica was a typical teenager. She was athletic, smart, and popular. Her boyfriend Joey was tall and good-looking and played on an elite basketball team. Jessica and Joey had been dating for a few months, and things were going well until they weren't. One night, Andrew asked if she would send him a picture of herself. Jessica was confused. He tried again. "I want to see what is under those clothes of yours." Jessica blushed, but also felt wanted and special, and gave him what he wanted. Less than a day later, everyone at school also had what he asked for. We have all heard about it, been asked about it, and hopefully have avoided being Jessica. So let's talk about what actually classifies as sexting under the law. Sexting is the act of sending any sexually explicit message or photo electronically. When it involves someone under the age of 18, it is always illegal. Even though sending explicit messages via text, photos, or videos is against the law, teens surveyed said that under this definition, they have engaged in sexting in order to flirt, be sexy, be liked, as a joke, or simply because they felt pressured into it by someone. However, once these messages are put out into cyberspace, they cannot be taken back, and this can lead to unintended consequences for everyone involved that cannot be undone. It is one thing to put yourself out in cyberspace, but it is another to have personal, explicit photos and videos of yourself out there. It is really important to remember that these pictures do not have to have nudity in order for them to be illegal. It is so important, I will say this again, they don't have to be nudes, even for law enforcement, to determine they are sexually suggestive. Pictures can be in the form of a drawing, barely clothed, imitating sexual content, and obviously nudity. Here's an example if you're not sure what constitutes something being suggestive. In one case, 3 13-year-old girls were arrested and criminally charged for sending pictures of themselves in underwear. As you can tell from that example, it doesn't take much for something to be viewed as sexting by the court of law. Even when you believe that you are simply sending the photos or videos to one person, whenever it goes to one person, they now own it, and they have the ability to share it with the rest of the world. One good rule of thumb is if it is a picture that you would not want to have posted on the cafeteria during lunch, at church, or YouTube, then don't send it. Let's talk about crimes now. Did you know that in all states, sexting can result in criminal charges if the pictures involve one or more minors? These criminal charges can range from a misdemeanor, which is a minor crime, to a felony, a severe crime that usually includes punishment by imprisonment for more than 1 year and steep fine, depending on the court's decision. Remember, once you post something, it isn't up to you. They decide if it is sexting. With all of the consequences that are involved in sexting, why do students still decide to participate in the crime? Many say that everyone does it. That won't matter if you are the one that is charged. Regardless of the reason, you must ask yourself whether this is the kind of attention that you really want to receive or risk your freedom over. Attention from law enforcement, your parents when they are contacted about your behavior, your principal, or maybe negative attention from your friends or other viewers on social media. So what if your circle of friends think it is just adults being too serious, and you all think that it is just a joke or all fun and games? I would encourage you to listen to that little voice in the back of your mind, reminding you of the consequences for your actions. Sexting is never funny and can get you arrested, face criminal charges, or even worse, be sentenced to serve jail time. The fines and jail time will eventually go away once the time is served or the fines are paid, but the humiliation will remain. These are the things that colleges look for to rule out admissions against a sea of deserving students. Losing your ability to have the respect of your family and community may take a lifetime to disappear. Ask yourself, is sexting really worth it? If anyone asks you to send a sext, that is a crime. But if you respond to that request, now you have committed a crime and put that person asking in the position of having committed 2 crimes. What if that one picture you took for that special someone went viral after you broke up, or when their phone got into the hands of a wrong person? Remember, once it is out there, there is no getting it back. This can affect you getting into college, getting your dream job, or getting a job for that matter. The one sexy photo that you sent can change your future forever by having others think twice about including your name and reputation with the college or company. Once again, is sexting really worth your reputation in your future? What if you're feeling pressured into participating in the act of sexting? or you feel like you have no other choice, like you're being threatened into doing so. That is referred to as sextortion and highly against the law. The traditional sextortion method is a simple one. Criminals create fake social media accounts, often pretending to be teenagers, and then engage students in conversations. Once the relationship has been going on a while, they have earned your trust, and the conversations have often progressed to exchanging naked photos or video chats. After convincing their victims to send them pictures, they are used against them. Once they have your information, they are in control. If the victim doesn't agree to send more pictures or money, whatever pictures or videos the criminal has are released online. Sometimes there is just one or two released out of all the photos to encourage the victim to change their mind, or sometimes to keep the threat continued. With increased technological advances, the attacks are getting more elaborate, and so are the threats. It is also important to know that sometimes sextortion victims are found from content that is being hacked from computer webcams in bedrooms, or even cell phone cameras. In these cases, you may not even know your information has been lifted until you receive an anonymous email from the hacker who captured the images or videos from your unprotected cameras. As law enforcement continues to find thousands of images of underage students that have been released online or sold, the efforts to catch these criminals will continue. You can be part of the solution in stopping these sextortion rings. So let's talk about what you can do if this happens to you. First, you can tell a trusted adult. This can be a parent, teacher, administrator, or anyone else that you trust. There are special internet crime units at police stations everywhere that are designed to help in just these situations. Do not be scared or let this stop you from notifying an adult. You will not automatically go to jail or get in trouble for receiving sex, but you should be aware that this is very serious. Here are some things to keep in mind. If anyone ever asks you to send an inappropriate picture or talk with them sexually, this should be reported immediately. If someone sends you a picture, never forward it to others. Forwarding pictures and videos to others is also illegal, even if you are not involved in the picture itself. After notifying a trusted adult, immediately delete any inappropriate pictures you receive. If you receive a nude or semi-nude picture of another person, delete the message. If there happens to be a police investigation, the police can contact your cell phone provider and pull the records. The records will show that you deleted the message as soon as you received it. Deleting the picture immediately can keep you out of legal trouble. You can always tell an adult that you received a picture and that you deleted it. Finally, block the person involved. Make smart choices and remember that once it is out in the cyber world, you no longer have control of it. There is help, and there is a way to help try and clean up your digital reputation if you have made any of these mistakes. There are people that care and want to make your life safe and happy with a positive digital reputation.